So I got Jeff Gregg from Charleston Area Living. Tell us about Cane Bay Plantation and the 55 in there.
Great neighborhood. My partner Mark actually lives in Cane Bay. We spent some time over there recently at the YMCA. They were doing a big fireworks thing. What's great about Cane Bay is it's a real golf cart community. You can go to bars, restaurants, grocery shopping, a doctor's appointment, the dentist, all in your golf cart. You don't even have to be on the roads. They have cart paths through the entire neighborhood,
Wow.
and even you don't even have to cross the road. They got tunnels underneath the road that you
Hmm.
can get your golf carts in. There's elementary, middle, and high school in the Cane Bay area. Great area.
So there are a couple of 55 plus. Today we're talking about the Del Webb there. Now we had talked about Del Webb and Nexton. What's the difference price point, Del Webb Nexton and this one, Del Webb and Cane Bay Plantation?
Yeah, so in the Cane Bay one, first of all, it started 15 years ago, so it's completely built out now. There's no more new construction in it, so it's only resales. But prices are actually dip occasionally into the 300s, mostly 400 to mid 500s in that price point for that
Mhm.
neighborhood. It's
Well,
got a great amenity center and lots of activities. And I tell you what, just from the front gate, it's gorgeous. The foliage and the flowers they keep this property beautiful.
so will it be some of the same floor plans that they've maybe people have been looking online at? By the way, do you recommend people uh, look online on the new construction and fill out that little form and call the builder?
No, it's a big no. No, you got to call Roger. If you're local here, you call us. It's super important to talk to your realtor first and to go in represented from day one. It's very problematic sometimes if you don't do that.
So what's somebody going to find the difference in prices again between Del Webb Next and Del Webb Cane Bay?
Yeah, so we're a hundred to $200,000 actually. It's been obviously the price of construction from when this neighbor started 15 years ago. So for an established 55 plus neighborhood, it's one of the best buys in Somerville for sure
Hmm.
because it's got a great amenity center, lots of activities. Cane Bay in general is a beautiful community, so having this sitting inside a lot of people really like it.
Well, and we haven't talked yet in this series, this chat cast, this podcast. And we're talking about discovering the best 55 living in the Charleston area, about 3.5 hours or so from Charlotte. What are the monthly dues, and what do they cover typically?
Yeah, so in the vast majority of this, they're in the 275 to $300 range.
Hmm.
It includes some of them will include garbage. All of them are including your lawn care and that kind of maintenance, and then obviously the amenity centers. Some of the ones that don't have the amenity centers built yet, that number is going to change a little bit once that center does open. But here in Del Webb in Cane Bay, it's going to be around 275.
Okay, because I've been finding that number about 250-ish has been normal. Now here we have a trilogy, and they're up like 400. It's great, but man, sometimes people get tired of paying that, and I found 250 to be a normal number here at Cresswind Wesley Chapel. It's only 150 right now, but when the amenity center's done, it's under construction. It'll hit 250, and ours includes fiber optic to your door, security monitoring, and lawn maintenance. So I'll paint that picture again because that kind of blew my mind when you talked about the golf cart community. What can you get to without getting into a car?
Yeah, so there's Cane Bay Plantation has about 19 different subsections, 19 different communities within Cane Bay. I'll say two and a half of them are 55 plus neighborhoods. And I'll explain that one a little bit later. But you can get from your golf cart to Publix grocery store. There's another grocery store. I think it's a Harris Teeter opening across the street. You can get you some Jesus chicken 6 days a week. Chick-fil-A's right there. Starbucks, Mexican, Italian. They even have doctor's offices, dentist office, all there right within
Right.
Cane Bay or right across the street into Nexton, which you can also get to by golf cart. So you can go a long ways. You will burn out a golf cart battery if you try to see the whole thing.
So you're saying Nexton is right next door to Cane Bay?
It is, yep. So Nexton stops at a red light, and then Cane Bay starts. But the great thing is you can just cross that street on your golf cart, and now you're over headed towards Nexton.
Wow. So they could live in Cane Bay and go eat at the taco place.
It's a bit of a ride. It's going to take you a minute, but you can get there.
Yeah. Well, I've got to get down there to see you guys and see your office and have you show me around. And if I do that, would you be willing to do a video with me?
Absolutely. Listen, come on. When you're as pretty as me, you just want to do video all day, every day. I just sit at home, look at myself on video sometimes. My wife doesn't quite get it, but that's all right. She'll understand eventually.
But she likes that God is using your videos to provide you a good living and a lifestyle.
That's right.
My wife gets tired. I said, baby, I was out today and somebody recognized me out in the street. She goes, yeah. I said, but you do like me getting paid, right? She goes,
Now, Andrea does have, it's possible I've been known to lack a filter at times. And so my wife does have authority to call me up at any time and say, nope, 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 take that down. And actually, Mark now has that ability also. He's only pulled rank on me one time in this business relationship, but he said, nope, that one's got to come down. I don't even ask questions. I just take it down.
Jeff Gregg and Mark Clem with Charleston Area Living. And next, we're going to talk about the 4 seasons in that same cane bay, and that's coming up next.